All right, good morning, everyone. Today's lesson is social studies. So, we have now kind of come over, made our colony from Maryland and everything. So, after that, more and more people were coming over from England to make a colony. So, we have, of course, the colony in Pennsylvania, Virginia. So, Maryland wasn't the only one. Okay, we had those original 13 colonies. All right, so even though we were away from Britain, Britain still kind of ruled those colonies. They were still kind of in charge. So the 13 colonies, they were kind of still part of what they called the British Empire. So other parts of the United States were starting to be occupied as well, but they were owned by other countries. For example, there was a section that Spain owned, there was a section that France owned. So everybody kind of had this group of land over in the United States. So our 13 colonies was Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, Virginia, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of what those 13 colonies were. See how well I can do this. All right. So there they are, the 13 colonies. Sorry if it looks weird. I'm doing my best here. All right. All right. So what happened was all of those 13 colonies, especially Maryland, they wanted to expand. It was getting really, really crowded. Okay. More and more ships were coming over, more and more people were coming over. And so some people wanted to expand further to the west, okay, to the left, okay. Well, England didn't own that part, okay. They owned some of it, but a lot of it was with France. Spain kind of had the southern parts, all right. So France controlled all the land to the left of us, okay? So if you remember on that map of the 13 colonies, everything to the left, let's see if I can do this. Bear with me here. Let me see if I can do this. All right. Okay. So all the land to the left was owned by France. All right. But we needed more room because we just kept expanding and expanding. All right. So France also wanted to expand. Well, if Britain wanted to expand, France wanted to expand, and there's only that one spot of land, what do you think is going to happen? That's right. They're going to fight over it. So, but guess what? It wasn't just Britain and France because we had people already there. That's right. We had the Native Americans. They were already there. So now they've got more and more people kind of coming in, taking their land and pushing them kind of off to the side. So the Native Americans were like, dude, we've had it. This is our land. We started this. Okay? So, of course, the Indians wanted the land. It was their home. All right? So, what they had been doing was they had been giving furs to the French, exchange for things like guns and knives, cooking pots. And so the Indians kind of joined up with the French because they kind of had this deal going, right? It's a pretty good deal. All right. So they helped the French fight Britain. All right. So England, Britain, got some help from, of course, the land that they owned, the 13 colonies, all right, to help fight France, okay? So it became a war that we call the French and Indian War. We and Britain were at war against the combo troop of France and the Native Americans. So they called it the French and Indian War. They also had a nickname called the 7 Years' War because it did last for 7 years. All right, so this all started in 1756. All right, they wanted that area that was right next to the 13 colonies, which was known as the Ohio Valley River, or the Ohio River Valley area. All right, Ohio's in there and a couple other things, but that was prime land. All right, so England ended up winning the war. All right, so because they won the war, all right, they got control of the land in Canada, all right, and all the way west to the Mississippi River. So they got a lot of land out of this. All right. Whoopee, what did America get from it? Well, the American men learned how to fight. So they got that military experience, okay? They practiced fighting in what they call colonial militias armies, right? So, from all of that, then we had people like George Washington, who was fighting for the British, okay, who learned how to be an army person, okay? So he learned how to command troops. So it kind of helped America get these experience and everything in the training for what was coming in the future. All right. So that was the result. That was the reason behind the French-American War. Okay. So, number one, the British wanted more land. The 13 colonies wanted to expand. France wanted more land. Native Americans owned the land they wanted, which was called the what? The Ohio River Valley area. Okay? When everybody wants one piece of land, they're going to fight over it. Okay? So that became the French-Indian War. The French and the Native Americans were at war against Britain and members from the 13 colonies. The war lasted how many years? 7, which is why its nickname is the 7 Years' War. And who resulted with the land? Britain did. All right, so that is your lesson on the 7 Years' War. You're now going to watch a video about it, kind of help you understand a little bit, and then go on to your assignment. All right, have an awesome day, guys.